What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we got for you some stability exercises we love to do with our athletes. So we're big on stability here, right? Proper time and place, but it's very important that we are working on stability. It improves durability for our athletes. It reduces the risk of injury a lot of the times. It helps put them in a position to be strong when they're in bad positions. And what I mean by that is if you get caught in a really bad position like this when someone's coming through you, if you can, be a little bit stable in an unstable position, typically speaking, then that's gonna set you up for success in the long run. So we make sure we do a lot of stuff to improve stability through the hips, through the ankles, right knees as well, especially through the core to stabilize. So we can transfer all this to the field, to the court, wherever you're playing. So hopefully you enjoy this. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. We post new videos every Tuesdays and Thursdays, so make sure you subscribe to catch all of them. Hope you enjoy. First exercise, you're gonna grab a kettlebell and a foam pad. So we are gonna go a foam pad, single leg balance with a kettlebell suitcase. So we're gonna be here. We're gonna bring one leg up and we're just gonna balance here, just like this. Stay nice and focused, toe to the top of the shoe. Okay, we're gonna hold this, squeeze with your foot, that ankle, keep your glutes tight. Okay, don't let that knee track in, be really strong. We could also do this on the same side, right here. This one's challenging as well. The goal is to be able to get here without having to hold on to something, right? If you need to hold on, then that's totally fine. Work your way up to be able to do it without holding on. You can also go without shoes, but any type of unstable surface is really gonna be awesome, especially when we add that load in there. If you can't get to the load yet either, just start with balancing on the foam pad, no load, and then work your way up. Number 2, we're going a 2 dumbbell walking farmer's march. So I love this exercise. Often I'll do it with 1 dumbbell. I like it with 2 because it really kind of throws you off as you're stepping. So we're gonna start here, 1 foot up, take a big step, other one. So you can see that the dumbbells are kind of swinging a little bit, right? I'm doing whatever I can to control them, but the momentum when I take that step forward is bringing the dumbbells forward. So as I'm stopping to lift a leg, those dumbbells are still traveling forward a little bit, which means that I have to be strong as they're swinging, as my leg is up, squeezing with my hip flexor, my core to stabilize, because it's gonna be super easy to try to tip and try to wobble as I'm trying to control these. So like I said, you could also do it with 1 dumbbell, holding it here, leg up, step, step. We do that one a lot. I just find with the 2, it swings a little more, which makes that stability a little bit more challenging. Number 3, we're going med ball skaters. So a couple ways we can do this. We can just hold it here and just hit that skater, okay? Adding that load makes that a little bit more challenging than usual. Some people just hitting a regular skater is pretty challenging on its own. But so with this, adding the load will make it extra challenging. But what I like to do is take this med ball and go over our head with it, bringing it up, bringing it back down. You see us do this with our athletes quite a bit. So I'm up, down, have to stick, up, down, have to stick. I like this one. We can also change this one into like a 45 degree. So instead of going completely side to side with the skater, we're going forward and stick. So now I'm up and out, right? Up and out to the side, still with that demand of the med ball. Really use your glutes to help you stabilize. Grab the ground with your toes, squeeze your glutes, lock it in, pull yourself down versus trying to stabilize super upright, right? We want to be strong and sturdy. So I'm right here, and then I can power out of that stance as well. Number 4, we are going a dumbbell chop. So a couple variations of this. We have a half kneel and we have a split stance. Okay, so for the half kneel, we're going to be knee down. We're gonna have this high, and then as fast as we can, we're gonna rip, just like that. Core stays really tight. Stabilize through this front leg, especially your glute, right? I don't want that knee being right here. I wanna be strong. So I wanna lock it in as I rip the dumbbell up and down. I wanna be strong, stabilize. Once again, grab the ground with your foot. Another way we can do this is just a split stance, right? So I'm here, lock it in, up and down, just like that. Once again, same exact cues. Keep this one strong. I'm not here. I'm not turning that way. My torso stays strong and stays straight. My arms are doing the work. So can we be stable? Can we keep our torso stable as our limbs are moving. This is very important for athletes. Whether we're turning, whether we're passing, we're playing baseball, basketball, football, we're catching, right? Can our limbs do one thing while our core, torso, trunk stabilizes us? So I love this one to train that ability. All right, next up, we are going rotational jumps. I have talked about this before, how important these are and how difficult these can be. We're gonna start off with something as simple as just a single leg rotational jump. So I'm going from here to my other leg, just back and forth, just like that. I know from watching this that looks relatively easy, but trust me, it's not, right? It is not easy going this way, stabilizing, and then pulling back. Also, we could go single leg. This one makes it even more difficult from here over here. Having to stabilize, grab as your body is going back and forth, right? As you can see on that last one, as I rotate this way, it is super easy to lose my balance. It's super easy to start to tip, to have my knee come in, to roll up on the inside of my foot, trying to counteract that turn. Being strong and stable in that position is very, very difficult. From there, we can progress. We can hit a bunch of other things. One thing I like to do is some single leg jumps out of this onto a box, right? So we can start double leg, but jumping here, rotating, and then jumping back, right? It's not necessarily, when we're talking about stability, it's not necessarily someone pushing you and you being stable, or it's not you being on an unstable surface all the time. It's your body changing according to different movements. And are you sturdy? Are you strong? So when you're jumping off here, as you're turning, can you land strong as your momentum is trying to continue to turn you? Do you have the body control and the body awareness to turn, to stop where you want to stop, right? Like we see it a lot with, let's say, snowboarders, right? Or skiers. When we're talking about in the X Games, they have that ability to rotate just as much as they want to and then stop. And I think that's very important when we're looking at all these other sports. Do you have that ability as well? If I'm playing soccer and if I'm backpedaling, want to turn and open, it's very important that I turn and open and stay along that linear path versus turning, over rotating, and then it takes me on that S curve. So we train that ability by working on things like this, these rotational plyos. Last thing we are doing, we're gonna go a Bosu balance with a resistance band pull. So everybody say hi to Spencer. If you don't have a partner, you can also do this against, with the pull, have that just pull you and resist. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna have one foot on top here. The back leg is gonna be extended. If you guys can see, I'll twist this way a little bit. You're gonna hold on to the band and then your partner is gonna yank the band and you have to stabilize. So keep your core really tight, keep your glute strong as you go, grab the ground, right? You can see that it takes a lot. I'm like actively squeezing my glute. Everything is on fire. We could also go this way, right? So I'm balancing here, Spencer pulls. This way is also just as difficult, especially for the lower limb. This one's gonna be very hard because it's very unstable. So for that lower limb, it's easier for that to move around. If you don't have a Bosu, you can obviously also do it on a foam pad. We can go still the same thing, split stance like this where we pull. We could also go, I'm gonna like stand up and go flying. We can also go like a single leg balance, right? This one's super challenging. Holding on as they pull, trying to stabilize. I like this one a lot, especially if we're working with athletes who have very weak ankles. We'll do this one a lot, or if they're coming back from having an ankle injury, because that one's fantastic. So hopefully you guys enjoy these. Remember, it's very important to train stability. A lot of the times what we do, if we do something unilaterally, like an exercise, a unilateral exercise, it'll help train that stabilization aspect. A lot of plyos do as well. But these are some of the exercises that we will target stability and balance with. So hopefully you enjoy. Please give the video a thumbs up. Please subscribe. See you in the next one.